I'm Margaret Dalton. I spent 31 years as a flight attendant for a major international carrier. I worked transatlantic routes, Pacific routes, South America, coast to coast, across oceans, through every kind of turbulence you can imagine. I worked over 18,000 flights. And what I am about to tell you is something that still makes me angry, even 5 years into retirement. The airlines have benefits, real, meaningful benefits, designed specifically for older passengers, and they bury them. They do not advertise them. They do not offer them. They do not train their staff to mention them. You have to know they exist, and you have to ask for them by name, or you will never see them. I watched thousands of passengers over 70 struggle through airports, exhausted, confused, humiliated, when there were services available that could have made every single one of those trips easier. Services that were right there, and nobody told them. Because I promised myself that when I retired, I would stop being quiet about the things I should have been loud about for decades. My father was the one who opened my eyes. Dad was a proud man, Korean War veteran, retired machinist, built his own deck at 72. When he was 78, he flew from Detroit to San Diego to see my brother, who was having heart surgery. He showed up to the airport 3 hours early because he was nervous. He stood in the regular check-in line for 45 minutes because he did not know he could have called ahead and requested curbside assistance. He lugged his bag through security, walked almost a mile to his gate on a bad knee, and by the time he sat down on that plane, he was shaking. Not from fear, from exhaustion. When he told me about it later, he said, "Diane, I thought the airport was going to kill me before I ever got on the plane." And I, the woman who had worked in aviation for 3 decades, had never once told my own father about the services he was entitled to. So, listen to me carefully. What I am about to share with you are 11 benefits that most airlines offer to passengers over 70, or to any passenger who needs extra assistance that they will almost never volunteer. You have to know, you have to ask, and after today, you will. Number 1, you can request a wheelchair and personal escort from the curb to your seat for free. Most airlines will provide a wheelchair attendant who will meet you at the curb, take you through check-in, push you through security, bring you to your gate, and walk you down the jet bridge right to your seat, free of charge. Ruth Pellegrino, 79, flew out of O'Hare every Thanksgiving for a decade to visit her grandchildren. Every single year, she walked that airport on swollen ankles, gripping the handrails on the moving walkway like her life depended on it. I saw her on one of those flights. She was white-knuckled, breathing hard. And when I asked if she was okay, she said, "I just need to sit down, honey. I've been walking for 30 minutes. She had no idea she could have been wheeled to the gate. Nobody told her, not once in 10 years. Number 2, you can request pre-boarding before Group 1, before first class, before everyone. Airlines offer pre-boarding for passengers who need extra time to get settled. You do not need a disability card. You do not need a doctor's note. You simply tell the gate agent that you need extra time boarding, and they will let you on first. But they will not announce it for you. You have to walk up and ask. Number 3, you can call the airline 48 hours before your flight and request special assistance, and they will flag your entire itinerary. Helen Park, 74, called her airline 2 days before a connecting flight from Atlanta to Portland. She told them she had trouble walking long distances and was anxious about navigating a connection. They flagged her reservation with an SSR, a special service request. When she landed in Atlanta, a wheelchair attendant was already waiting at the gate. They took her to her connection. She made the flight with time to spare and told me she was on my Portland leg. That was the first time in 5 years I wasn't terrified of a layover. Number 4, you can request a seat near the lavatory, and the airline has to make a reasonable effort to accommodate you. This one is critical for anyone with a medical condition, bladder issues, or mobility limitations. If you are booked in basic economy and they stuck you in a window seat in row 38, you can call and explain that you need an aisle seat near the front lavatory. Most airlines will move you, but you have to call. The website will not offer this. The kiosk will not suggest it. And the gate agent is too busy to think about your bladder. So you call. Number 5, you can bring medically necessary liquids, gels, and medications through security in quantities over 3.4 ounces. I watched an 82-year-old man named George Whitman get his liquid heart medication confiscated at a TSA checkpoint because he did not know he was allowed to bring it in a larger bottle if he declared it. He was so upset, so embarrassed, so confused that he just let them take it. He flew 5 hours without his medication. I found out because he told me on the plane, apologetically, like it was his fault. I didn't want to cause a problem, he said. George, you were the problem's victim, not its cause. Number 6, you can request a meet and greet service at your destination. Someone waiting at the gate to help you off the plane and through the airport to baggage claim or to the person picking you up. This is the other half of the wheelchair service, and most people do not even know it exists. You can arrange for someone to be waiting when you land. For elderly passengers flying alone, this can mean the difference between a calm arrival and 30 minutes of wandering a strange airport in a panic. Number 7, you are entitled to a free meal or meal voucher if your flight is delayed beyond a certain threshold. And many airlines have accommodations for medical dietary needs if you notify them in advance. Margaret Okafor, 76, was diabetic. Her flight was delayed 3 hours. She sat at the gate with nothing to eat because the airport restaurants were too far away and too expensive. Her blood sugar dropped. She started feeling faint. A gate agent eventually brought her a bottle of water after another passenger flagged it. If Margaret had known she could have requested a meal accommodation or asked for assistance during the delay, she would not have spent 3 hours slowly deteriorating in a plastic chair. Number 8, if you have a pacemaker, metal joint replacements, or any implanted medical device, you can request a pat-down instead of going through the scanner. The scanners will not harm your pacemaker in most cases, but the process of setting off the alarm, being pulled aside, being patted down publicly, being asked questions, that is what harms people. It is the humiliation. I watched a 77-year-old man with 2 artificial hips stand in the middle of a security area with his arms out while an agent wanded him in front of 100 strangers. He looked like he wanted to disappear. He told me later, I felt like a criminal. You can avoid this entirely by telling the agent at the front of the line that you have a medical implant and would like a private screening. They are required to offer it. Number 9. Many airlines offer a compassionate travel policy, reduced fares, or flexible rebooking for passengers traveling due to the serious illness or death of an immediate family member. You have to call and ask. You often need documentation, a death certificate, a letter from a hospital. But the discount or flexibility is real. I have seen families pay full last-minute fares to get to a dying parent because they did not know this existed. That is money and stress that did not need to happen. Number 10, you can request that a flight attendant check on you periodically during the flight if you are traveling alone and have a medical concern. This is not an official program at most airlines. It is something compassionate crew members will do if they know. When you board, quietly tell the leave flight attendant, I'm 74, I'm traveling alone, and I have a heart condition. Would you mind checking on me once or twice during the flight? In 37 years, I never once said no to that request. Not once. And neither would any crew member I ever worked with. Number 11. You can arrange for an unaccompanied minor-style escort service, even as an adult, through most airlines' special assistance programs. This is the one that shocks people. Some airlines will assign a dedicated escort to walk with you from check-in to your seat, and from your arriving gate to the person picking you up. It is not called an elderly escort because the airlines are too squeamish to name it plainly. It is buried in special assistance or passenger care programs. But it is real and it is there. And if my father had known about it, he would not have spent 3 hours white-knuckling his way through Detroit Metro alone at 78 years old. And here is where I have to be honest, because I knew about every single one of these services. I knew about them for years, decades. I knew about them while I watched passengers suffer. And I said nothing, not because I did not care, but because I told myself it was not my department, it was not my gate, it was not my problem until they were on my plane. I had a job to do, I had a schedule to keep, and every time I walked past a confused, struggling elderly passenger in a terminal and kept walking, I chose convenience over compassion. I carry that. You are sitting there right now, and either you are over 70 and you have a flight coming up, or you love someone who does. Maybe it's your mother, maybe it's your father, maybe it's yourself, and you are too proud to admit that the airport has gotten harder. I need you to hear me. These benefits exist. They are real. They are free or nearly free. And the only reason you don't know about them is because nobody in the airline industry is rewarded for telling you. So here's what I need you to do. Before your next flight, or before your parents' next flight, call the airline, not the website, not the app. Call a human being. Tell them your age, tell them your needs, and ask what assistance is available. Write down the name of the person you spoke to. Write down the confirmation number. Print everything. Do not trust that the system will remember you, because it will not. You have to be your own advocate, or you have to make sure someone is advocating for you. This channel exists because I spent 37 years watching things happen to good people that did not need to happen. And now that I am retired, I have nothing left to lose by telling you the truth. If this video helped you, send it to someone who flies. Subscribe if you want. I have decades of stories left, and every single one of them is something the airlines wish I would keep to myself. My dad made it to San Diego that day. He saw my brother before the surgery. But he told me afterward he almost turned around at the terminal because he didn't think he could make it to the gate. He almost turned around. And if he had, he would have missed saying what he needed to say to his son. Call the airline. Ask for help. It takes 5 minutes. 5 minutes is all that stands between you and the flight you deserve.